Welcome to the Players Club, presented by Bluff City NIL and Coaching for Literacy. Join host Christian Fowler each week as he sits down with players from your hometown school. Now, let's hit the club and get this party started.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Players Club. We're out here at Let It Fly, Germantown. You guys are welcome to come out here every single week for the rest of the football season. This week, I got with me Derek Hunter, Demir Blankham-C, Sutton Smith, and Greg Rubin. Guys, how y'all doing?
So I'm doing good.
What's up? We're doing good for the week.
Good. All right, let's start with this past week's game against Missouri. We talked to the guys last week, and they were obviously really excited about the opportunity going and playing in St. Louis. Just overall thoughts from you guys on the game. They're looking at you, Derek.
Honestly, my overall thoughts from the game, I'm just happy that everybody just didn't give up. Everybody stayed in the fight, and we still had some faith. It came all the way down to the last drive, honestly, and that's really all that mattered. We didn't give up. We got a whole lot more to improve on, and honestly, some losses like that we need just to see that we got a lot of growth. Honestly.
Yeah, I can piggyback off that. Honestly, I believe we do got a lot to improve on, and some teams do need losses to, see where they are weak at, see where they weaker at, see what they need to improve on their strengths. Obviously that's not a loss that we want. We want, you don't want to lose, but
right.
Sometimes you need it just to improve.
Yeah, I agree with y'all boys. It was a good trip. It was a good environment. It was also like a good crowd, so it got us going, and we battled, and it brought us closer together.
Same thing like y'all said. I feel like it's overall we knew we could beat them, and I just think it was like the little things that we gotta pick up and fix. So I feel like we were supposed to beat them though. I ain't gonna lie, but
Facts.
we know we could though.
I feel like we were a better team for sure. It's come down to execution,
right?
Like that.
So defensively, Derek and Greg, defense has been really good in the first three games. This week was difficult, especially when it came to allowing big plays. What are some of the things throughout this week in practice or in film that you guys are looking to clean up on headed into the Boise State game the rest of the year?
Tackling.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Even from from what he's saying, tackling. Even from Navy game, we kind of struggled with our tackling, and you could kind of see it come from this last game. Coming from there, you can kind of see we kind of a couple opportunities we had that we should have not allowed happen.
So what is the adjustment there? I mean, tackling, yes, obviously, but is there? It's not a scheme thing, right? There's not some bigger issue. It's just simple execution, right?
Nah, it's not a scheme thing at all. Coach Barnes do a good job of coming up with a good scheme for the game plan. Honestly, it's really just come down to us just executing, doing our job. At the end of the day, everybody got a job to do on the field, and if one person mess up, then they can put us in the wrong position in the game, and that can go a long way. So as long as everybody, doing their job, we can be in a good spot to make a play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said. Yeah, I feel like I think we're gonna key in more on just everybody doing their job and just being able to not think too much and play faster, a lot more faster, and play a lot more faster. That's really it, though. Yeah.
So offensively, everybody that we've talked to so far this year has talked about consistency and just being able to keep that impact over the whole game. There's really good drives, and then there's moments where it kind of falters and shuts down. For you guys, for Sutton and Demir, what do you guys think the offense has to do moving forward to get that consistency?
I feel like we can't have 3 and outs consistently. We gotta start the drive fast and keep it going, so we can put a whole drive together and just keep that momentum and keep the defense off the field. I feel like the defense doing their job, but we gotta be consistent and just do what we do. We got guys that can go. We got playmakers. We just gotta put it together. So a game like Missouri, that'll help us focus on what we gotta do better and lock in on that and keep it going throughout the season.
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes we try and rely on bigger plays,
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes we just really need to lock in on on play-by-play, take it play-by-play because, I mean, like Coach Smith said something that stuck with me. We was in a game, we was down by 14. He's like, there's never been a play in football history that got you 14 points. So,
Yeah.
honestly, you take it play-by-play, you know what I'm saying, snap by snap. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do their job. We just got to start off fast because, like, sometimes we can't go 3 and out. And then, especially if we get the ball first, like Missouri got the ball first. You know what I'm saying? We got some points on the board, but we can't. If we get the ball first, we got to take advantage of it. So we can't start off slow and then expect the defense to stop them and then give us another chance. You know what I'm saying? Like the defense, they good, but we got to do our job in order for them to do theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and did you have something to say?
Yeah,
Go
also
ahead.
like the run game, like we gotta find a better job of like we have a 2-3 yard one, but we can find a way like to make that a 4 or 5 yard game.
Yeah.
You know, just get closer to the chains and give us a better chance to, help the play caller out. So we can, it's always something to work on.
Yeah, and Demir, for you specifically, 11 targets this past week, 7 catches. Everyone kind of knew, especially after the spring game, like what you did in the spring game, like Demir is going to be the deep threat. Rock's more of an intermediate back shoulder guy, bigger bodied receiver. And I think a lot of people have been, when is the big play coming? And they're obviously trying to get you involved and get you targeted. Like, what is the key to your breakout for the rest of the year?
Just staying the course. Honestly, I mean, I'm waiting to see what I can do with the ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting to see what Cramsey can draw up. Honestly, they've been doing their job. I just gotta take advantage of the opportunities that come my way because we got some ball players. So whatever come my way, I really just gotta take advantage of it. No matter if it's a slant, a post, a bubble, because the big play can be any play. It ain't gotta be bombs over the head. It can be a simple slant. I'll take it for 60 yards, but just gotta take advantage of the opportunities that come my way. A big play could be any given game. So.
And then Sutton, for you, like you and Blake, what you guys have in the backfield. I mean, as a whole, you guys have a ton of quality running backs, but you and Blake are kind of the guys that have been getting the most playing time and the most action. How do you feel like you two feed off of each other and continue to accelerate this offense, like as the season goes on and both of you get more comfortable?
Oh, I feel like we're a good 1-2 punch, and I feel like each of us like bringing something different to the table, but like we both good and we both can get the job done. So I feel like we can just play our role in the offense and do our job, and whether that's running the ball, catching the ball, blocking in the backfield. So I feel like we both good, and I learned from him. He's a 6-year senior, so I respect the man. I respect what he's doing, and just with my number card, I'm gonna do what I gotta do too. We both good, so yeah, I'm thankful. I got a teammate like that, good teammate, good dude.
Yeah. Greg, for you, the switch to safety this year, what's that been like? What was, I guess, overall, like what was the process of it throughout the offseason, and how have you felt back there so far this year?
I felt good back there. It's different. It's my first time ever playing safety. So it's just really to show my versatility, not show that I can do more than just play on the island out there, man to man. It's helped me understand the defense more inside and out. So it allowed me to play a lot more faster and just, what I'm saying, plug pieces when people go down, being able to do a lot more things.
Yeah. Derek, for you, first year here, obviously, I think overall, if you asked any Memphis fans, they would say that Memphis has the best depth on the defensive line they've had in years. Talk to me a little bit about that group and just what you bring to it and what you've seen from the D-line so far.
Man, that group crazy. That group crazy for sure. I mean, when we doing our job, I feel like nobody in this conference can stop us when we're doing our job. It's just all about being consistent. I mean, you got different type of guys in the room that bring energy every single day, honestly.
Right.
It don't matter who it is. I mean, everybody brings the energy, and we all feed off of each other, and we all love each other. I mean, that's honestly going to be the success of this room, just all staying connected, all staying as one. And just every single day, just pushing each other, just to go out there to just do our job and just get better and stay consistent.
All right, you guys talk to me about the mentality and kind of the feel in the locker room right now. Because, yes, it was a loss, but even Coach Silverfield in his media yesterday just seemed in a better mood than I think most people expected him to be in. What is the mood in the locker room right now? How is everyone feeling at the moment?
I feel like we feel better than before, because we knew we could have won our damn one. So if we would have just – I'm not gonna harp on the things we should have did, but we know we was better than them and we could have won. So I feel like we feel better than before, and we just ready to bounce back because it's another great opportunity, another great team. So and they coming to our place, so it's a good opportunity, and we're just thankful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like nobody got their hands down. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really like upset about the loss because honestly, I mean, we knew what could have been done out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got to start fast and finish. You know what I'm saying? We started we had a good drive and stuff coming down the field, but I feel like we didn't start how we could have. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that we could have did. So we know that. So it's not like we went out there. Because don't get me wrong, it's some games that you play and you gotta go in the locker room and you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like that was a better team. You know what I'm saying? Being a football player, you gotta understand when somebody's better than you. You gotta understand when the other team really just like beating you. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the feeling. I done had that feeling before, and I'm pretty sure everybody know that. Like you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't win the locker room after a game like, yeah, they just beat us.
Yeah.
Nobody got that feeling because it was us. You know what I'm saying? We beat ourselves. So, and we ain't got time to really have our heads down. Win, lose, or draw, we got to move on. So that's been the mentality.
Yeah. And I feel like just to add on what you said, I feel like that was one of them losses that kind of made us more hungry because we know we capable of. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's just the energy in the locker room that, man, we know who we are. So let's go show the world type. That kind of vibe.
That loss hurt. It did. But at the end of the day, just had to throw it away, move on to the next one. That's another rock in the road that we got to get to. Can't live in the past. Got to keep going on.
You just gotta have the same mentality as a win. I mean, you don't beat a team and be like, coming up on Friday, you got to play another team and be like, we beat that team last week. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, you guys are kind of talking about just getting confidence from it, which I think if you're kind of a casual football fan or you don't really pay attention, like it doesn't make sense to you. So talk about that a little bit. Like, how do you gain confidence from a loss? Like, is it because of the quality of the team, or like you guys are saying that you feel like you could have and should have beat them? Like, how do you get confidence out of a loss? I guess
Keeping it real with yourself, honestly. When I ain't even gonna lie. As soon as I got back home after we got off the plane, the first thing I grabbed was my tablet. I wanted to see exactly what I messed up on, exactly what we messed up on. All those little small things can go a long way, so you won't have no problems no more going forward. And that's really honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot, from the outside looking in, you can honestly say like it's an SEC team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that's why they think they you know what I'm saying, they got some pieces and that. But don't get me wrong, like overall, SEC or not, we were just a better team. So it's like going into a loss, they could have been another group of 5 team. If they beat us and it was that close, you know what I'm saying? If they was a good group of 5, it don't really matter. You get confidence from a loss because you know what you could have did and you know the place that you left out there. Don't get me wrong, it could have been an FCS school. You know what I'm saying? If they beat us and it was close and we seen what we messed up on, we still got the same mindset because it's like, all right, I didn't get my depth on this dig,
Right.
so my timing was off, and Seth missed me, and that was the game-winning touchdown.
Right.
So it's like he didn't do anything, they didn't do anything, Seth didn't do anything, but the timing was off because I didn't get my depth. So it's like it's little things like that. Like we know we beat ourselves no matter who we played, so it's not like they went out there and beat us. So it's confidence from the loss because we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
As long as we can improve on that throughout the next week, we should go in and beat this team. After that, improve from that win, beat the next team. Just make conscious decisions.
Right.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with what he said about the quality of the opponent. Like, it was an SEC team and they got ranked in the top 25 beating us. Like, we look at that like, we could have been there. So like, we know we're right there. We're knocking on the door. You got to keep going. You got to keep going, trust the process. Like Rambo said, like the first thing he did was looking at how to get better. And he my teammate, and I'm proud of him for that. So if I got teammates like that, that's gonna try me to do better too. So
Just like I said, same thing. I feel like we know it's the little things and the little details, and I know we all know that it can be fixed, and it's gonna be fixed. So we just know, like, coming into this week, we're gonna be a better team, the team that we're supposed to be. You know what I mean? And showcase that. So yeah, that's how I feel.
So after last week, how important is this week? It's not a conference game, but everybody that I've talked to this year has been 1-0. It don't matter. It's this week. It don't matter. That's what everybody has said.
it's really important.
Yeah, that's what I've heard constantly. So how important is this game?
More important. Every game get more important. No matter who behind who in front of who. Every week is more important than the last. Every day more important than the next. Like on offense. I don't know about defense. On offense, Coach Cranby teaches us to live in the now. So like at this moment, I'm sitting here at this, you know what I'm saying? At this event, we sitting here, we eating, we talking. Am I being better than I was before I just walked in? Am I being better than I was before I left the facility and got on the road to come here? Am I being better than I was at practice?
Yeah.
I'm being better, you know what I'm saying? Just living the now. So Boise is the now. You know what I'm saying? We're not Missouri. It is what it is. It's gone. Boise is the now. Once we beat Boise, Tulane is the now. Once we beat Tulane, you know what I'm saying?
Just to be where your feet at.
Yeah. Just be where your feet at.
Take it day by day.
So like, I just feel like every game gonna get more important.
Yeah,
It could be a worse team. Now after we just beat the best team in the conference, it don't matter.
All right.
This game more important than that game.
Yeah, I feel like this game gonna be a big game for us because just to test us and see how we you know what I'm saying, how we bounce back against adversity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From coming off a loss and just see how the team how we gonna come back and just showcase that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna come back better and show that who we are.
And the scary thing is, we're 3-1. Ain't played the best ball yet.
Right.
So we've yet to play the best ball.
Sutton, Derek, any thought? We're going to take a quick break real quick. Y'all got any thoughts before we send it out on that? On just the importance of this game and what it means?
Yeah, the coaches, they talk a lot about finishing. You know, we started the season good. We coming off a loss. You know, not to talk about last year or anything, but, you know, we lost 4 straight. So we want to – this year we want to harp on finishing, bro. Like dig deep. Man, that's what they be saying, but that's just going hard, though. So we feel good about it. I feel like we're going to win for sure.
Defensively, just do your job. That's honestly, I can really tell you.
Yeah.
Just do your job, tackle. I don't care who it is in front of you, run through them. At the end of the day, we playing for something.
Yeah.
And we trying to get somewhere with it, too.
Yeah, it's not.
Feel me?
Gotcha. All right, we are going to take a quick break, and on the other side, these guys are going to tell everybody how they got here, their journey. So stick around to hear about that. We'll be back on the other side.
And can we give a round of applause? It's a special. And can we give a round of applause? It's a special edition episode of On
for the boys.
The Bluff. There it is.
That's the one.
There's some fake applause in there.
Yes. Hey, thank you to the studio audience. Appreciate you.
We've officially made it. It is Gabe Kuhn wedding week. That's where we have to start. Saturday night. That was weak.
Thank you.
That was
All right,
weak.
all right.
Saturday night, it is going down.
Do you have any awes in the crowd?
You want an aw?
I want an aw.
Oh, like that. I thought you were like a bad aw. But okay, yes. Anyway.
Kenny's a married man. Why'd he play that sound?
Yeah.
Hey, what's that about?
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
And I wonder if Silverfield's time in the NFL is the reason for this, but it feels like a much more NFL style
100%.
to do that, as opposed to what you see a lot in college is just keep doing your thing, keep putting up points.
I think style points really only matter if your job is on the line or you are playing a ranked opponent. I think that's really the only
Or
time.
you're at a place like Memphis where you have, like, you don't have a huge core fan base. That may not be the case at all college football programs.
Yeah.
But definitely in Memphis where you have, a core of 25,000-ish fans that are fans, and then you've got to bring in 10, 15 casual that are, their number one team is somewhere else. But if you're exciting and fun, they're going to come to a Thursday night game against Navy when their team's not playing.
But I think you also get that if you just win.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
The fact that we hear about this proposal and not this proposal has been accepted type story makes you think that the Grizzlies ain't hearing this. Like that this, it seems like this was a good idea to them. You'll be hearing a story about, hey, deal's done. But I do agree with Jeff. It does look like this is something that the Tigers said, hey, this is on the table. Why won't the Grizzlies take this deal? And I don't know, man. I don't like how this is all looking. I think it's going to get kind of nasty by the time it's all said and done.
Oh, I think we're well past that
Yeah,
point.
I think a lot of the particulars in this I don't really understand. But the fact that it's sitting out there and not showing that stuff that's been approved, that's the part that lets you know that we still have possibly a ways to go, and this could get uglier over the coming weeks as far as the arena fund allocation is concerned.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
What's up, everybody? We are back, and now, as I mentioned before the break, you're gonna get to hear where everybody came from and how they got here. So, who wants to start? Greg? Yeah, Greg, go for it.
Man,
You're the one local guy we got here.
Mine really simple. I ain't know how I got here. But yeah, like you said, I'm local from the city. Went to White Station High School. Really, for me, I ain't really in high school was like starting out early, 9th and 10th grade. I wasn't getting offers like that. So for me, I had a coach that came from Texas. He was telling me about 7-on-7 football. So really 7-on-7, I started playing like the summer, my 10th grade summer, 7-on-7 football, and I ain't know like players was playing like around the country, like traveling to play football.
Shout out James.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Yeah, Coach James. So I started doing that. Was doing my thing, handling my business, and coaches started seeing me, getting offers, and the city showed love. So I had to, the city showed love. So I had to, mess with that. My people went there. Really, what made me come here though, COVID, was going around. So you really couldn't go on visits like that, and I wasn't really trusting, just, committing to a school, and I don't even know what's really going on. But I've been here all my life. I've been going here all my life. So, and Coach Clark and Coach Silfield, they was already talking to me. I was able to come up here and all that. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay at the crib. And the crib showed love, so I was for sure messing with it. And so far, man, it's been great for me. Sure.
Sutton, I know you're gonna talk longer than that.
Oh no, mine really short. Like it's the the regular high school getting recruited type story. At first, when I first started high school, I got some pretty good offers. I remember we had a spring game my freshman year, and I had went for like a 80-yard touchdown in the spring game. So, the University of Pittsburgh had offered me after that, and then I had got a couple more offers after that, but it was like, the real offers start coming in junior year. So the real offers start coming in after junior year. So I remember Memphis had offered me my junior year. It was like one of the first schools to offer me, that's when Coach Jones was the running back coach. He hit me up. It was during COVID. So, he hit me up when I was in class on the phone. I checked my phone. He texted me. He got me on the phone call, put my mom on the phone call. So they offered me on there. And, he started telling me about like the offense, all the running backs. That's when like Memphis had the college game day going on and all that. So it was a good place. And when he informed me on all that, I was like, yo, like this might be the one. So I ended up committing early. Cause during COVID, that's when the transfer portal started popping,
right? All
that. So I ended up committing early because I wanted to secure my spot. And then I went crazy like the rest of my junior and senior year. And a lot of schools started coming after me. I had got some bigger offers and stuff like that, like Big Ten, SEC, some conferences like that. I ended up taking some recruiting trips even when I was committed. Just wanted to see. But I
see
ended
what's
up
out there.
sure.
Yeah, where would you visit?
I have visited like Vanderbilt. I have visited Louisville. I have visited Purdue. I think I even went to like Washington State, like just trying to enjoy the process for real. But I ended up sticking with the process and keep listening to Summerfield and Coach Jones, and feeding into what they're telling me. So I talked to God about it, and I felt like it was the best decision for me. And I feel like it's been working out in my favor. So I just got to stay the course, keep trusting God. Thankful I'm in this position. It's a great school. I like it here. So, for sure.
All right, Demir.
My story, it ain't crazy. It ain't nothing really. You know what I'm saying? My high school, like they known for like sending out defensive players and running backs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of my best friends, he one of the running backs for Ohio State right now. Yeah, number 3.
He like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
he like that for sure. But that's my running back all my years of high school. You know what I'm saying? So he was getting recruited early, like earlier than everybody else. So he's been running back since freshman year. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting recruited like super early. And it's funny though that we just played Missouri. That was my first offer. Missouri was my first offer. I remember I was going to basketball practice. I see my football coach. I'm like, what's up, coach? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you going? I'm like, going for basketball practice. He's like, nah, come with me real quick. I'm like, damn, like, what I done did? Like, I got in trouble. I go in the office, and Missouri receiver coach was in there. Well, no, Missouri running back coach was in there. He came to watch Mayan, like came to watch his highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to Mayan and stuff. Because he already had the offer from him. Then next thing I know, he offered me, watch my highlights, ended up offering me. I quit football. I started getting, I played football for like another, I played basketball for like another week and a half. I got like,
Wrapped it up.
I got like 12 offers. I said, oh yeah, it's time to lock in. You know what I'm saying? I had quit basketball. I ended up playing again my senior year, but like, yeah, they known for basically putting out running backs and defensive players like all throughout the defense, the secondary linebackers. You know what I'm saying? That's what my high school was known for. So for me getting that opportunity, I was blessed, honestly. But I ended up shooting myself in the foot though, because like I had all these Power 5 schools and stuff. But like since I had so many of them, I was just like talking to them when I wanted to, texting coaches when I wanted to, like not knowing no better and stuff, like responding to them and stuff when I wanted to, telling them I'll call them back. So next thing you know, I started trying to commit places when it was time to really settle down, but it was over. I was getting in contact with coaches and stuff. Like I had told Missouri, because it was me, Mayan, and like another and one of the DBs. He had committed to Rutgers, and we all had like a little party, like a commitment party. And I told him like, yeah, I'm about to have this 4th of July commitment party. Like, I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and commit to y'all. And they was like, all right, bet. Like, we cool with that, that. So then when it came down to it, I was trying to get in contact with them and stuff. And they was telling me they had already took somebody like to fill that spot. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I got all types of different offers. It's cool. Like, I just go somewhere else. I heard that story like 13 times. All types of schools. Because it was winding down though. Like, it really, people had then start committing. Like, I was just waiting, like, because I thought I had that. You know what I'm saying? I had that upper hand to do that. But the whole time I was just shooting myself in the foot. Next thing I know, I was stuck with like all MAC schools. Yeah. That's why I went to Toledo. But once I was stuck with the MAC schools, I basically was like, I started looking into them. And Toledo had just sent 3 receivers to the league the year previous. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, that's where it's going to be for me. And it worked out in my favor. I love everybody at Toledo. No love lost. I really appreciate Coach Campbell for giving me the opportunity, honestly. But that just sent me on this journey, honestly. He put me on the road to go seek something better, you know what I'm saying? Get a step in something better for me. So that's why I'm here.
What was the transfer recruitment like?
Transfer recruitment, when I literally was in the portal for about like 4 days.
Yeah.
I can't hear SAP, honestly.
You weren't doing that again?
Yeah,
you weren't waiting again?
How many schools to talk to?
Once I entered the portal, I got offered by like 7 schools, like SAP. I got Memphis, Georgia State, Colorado, Louisville, UC. A lot of people ask me why I ain't go to Cincinnati. They asked me why I ain't go to Cincinnati out of high school. But it's like I ain't want to stay home. I ain't want to stay home. So when I got a transfer portal, I was talking to him and stuff. But that's just like, I don't know. It wasn't genuine though. But they had just got new coaching staff. So I don't know. I just was like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I ain't staying home again. Like, I'm just gonna see what else out there. And I ended up coming here. I seen what Seth could do and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up making this decision.
Derek, you were telling me about your story a little bit off camera. I know you kind of got a winding journey. Let's hear about it.
High school, I was a highly recruited kid. I was a 4-star. I committed to Miami. Miami was my first ever commitment. I committed to them as a sophomore. I decommitted my junior year and committed to Georgia in the spring. And then after that, I committed to Florida State that summer.
You were one of those dudes?
But nah, crazy. I flipped on Florida State on signing day. It's done crazy. I ain't even put a hat up on the table.
You didn't?
Nah, like, I just had my mind made up. I took one visit to Texas A&M. I knew I was going to Texas A&M. And then I got there. I was there for 3 seasons. I played 2 years on the defensive line, and I played my last year on offensive line and right tackle. And my freshman year, played in 4 games, took a red shirt. And my sophomore year, played in every game, got my first ever tackle for loss versus Alabama. So then I started kind of feeling myself, and then won the Orange Bowl. After that, I got called in. And like, right now at this point in my career, and I know we obviously done been there as players, you know, you start thinking professionally and stuff like that, especially when you start getting older. And then Jimbo called me up and asked me how would I feel about playing offensive tackle. And he told me he could make me a first-round offensive tackle. And he told me when Xavier Rhodes came to him as a wide receiver, he turned him into a cornerback. He went first round. And then he said some other dude on the offensive line did the same thing. And then I'm just sitting down thinking to myself, like, damn, I done put in all this work. You know, I don't know. I learned the defense. You know, it's the right time. You know, the OGs that played in front of me, they all gone. Now it's time for me to take over and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking. And then, you know, I just sat back and thought right now, like, damn, man, I can really change my life in a year or two if I make this decision. So I chose to make the decision. I tore my labrum that spring, so I was out for 6 months. My first game back was Mississippi State. We lost that game. Then the next week we had the crazy game versus Bama. That was lit. And then I messed up my groin. The rest of the season I was out after that. And then I had some academic issues, so I had to leave Texas A&M that spring. And then I had to roll into Hines Community College going into that fall. And that was a whole struggle. I just became a father early on in July. So just managing that and then being away from home, man, that was a whole struggle. So every single day, like, it was like, man, I got to get out of JUCO. I got to get out of here. I got to find a way. And I had a lot of offers coming out of JUCO. But just Coach Pope, Coach Silverfield, you know, they was recruiting me ever since I left Texas A&M. Really, Coach Pope was. And then when I got to Hines, Coach Silverfield took over the job. And I just put trust into him, you know, just to basically just come here and just grow, find peace and grow. Feel me? And just fall in love with the game again. And honestly, that's what's going on. Just becoming a student every single day and just getting better. And honestly, I'm happy I made this decision. I had my bumps and roads throughout this journey, but it just molded me and becoming a better man.
Yeah, you talked about having a. Did you have something to say? Okay. You talked about having to get out of JUCO, and I've talked to a lot of guys that were D1 and went JUCO, or guys that just went straight JUCO from high school, and it's different. Like, I've heard it many times how crazy it is. What was that? I don't know if reality check's the right word, as I ain't trying to say anything about you like that. But like, what was it like going from A&M to Hines?
At A&M, you felt like you was the king. Like, especially like right after we won the Orange Bowl, we felt like we were some kings. You can't tell us nothing at A&M. And then you get kicked out of that, and then you go all the way down to Jackson, Mississippi, and you outside of Jackson, Mississippi, you in the country.
Nothing.
Man, look. Is no grocery stores out there, no nothing. All you got out there is just wood, fields, everything. Like, you just ain't got no choice but to grind at this point.
Yeah.
But you got some genuine people, some real people. I met some thorough people, but you learned a lot. It just make you. It was really a humbling lesson. That's how I looked at it. Just sit back and just be grateful for the position that I was in. You know, I came from nothing. I got to something I ain't never had before, and I took advantage of it. That's how I looked at it. So going down to back to nothing, like, all right, man, let me buckle down. Like, if this is what I really want, certain things I need to sacrifice, and I need to lock in differently. And just to get up out of here, if I can make it up out of here and get back to where I was at, then that's just a blessing. But I just got to keep going.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is anybody else a father, or is it just you? Anybody else?
Not
Just
that I
you?
know
Then that too, man. That's crazy. Just trying to be a football player, but a student athlete, bro, and then being a father at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I
bro.
know that. It's kind of hard to balance that.
Bro, what?
No.
How you
Man.
doing?
How did that change the mindset though? Because we talked to Andarius Coffee a couple weeks ago, and he had just recently had a baby as well. I think last summer. I think his is about a year old also.
So she just turned 1, I believe.
Yeah, I think y'all are around the same age. So what does that do, just mentality and mindset wise?
You lock in differently because it's bigger than you at this point. It don't matter what decision you make, anything you do, it all reflect back
I
on your
was about to say,
kids.
from that point on, it ain't about you at all.
It ain't about you. But I can't take the last time I actually sat back and actually enjoyed my free time to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you. Like, it's literally from 5 o'clock in the morning, football, to after that, being a father.
Right.
Like, it's a major role, but honestly though, I love it though. It just humbled me and made me just want to grind harder for her just so she can have a better future than I had, honestly.
Yeah. All right, we got just a couple minutes left, so I want to talk to each of you about position group, and then we'll wrap up and get out of here. So, Greg, let's start with, you can go safeties or DBs as a whole, whatever you feel like going with. What do you think about the position group and kind of the outlook for the rest of the season?
I feel like as a position group, I feel like this the most depth we done ever had, and like the most talent. Like literally, like everybody can ball. Like so, I feel like that kind of helps us knowing that if somebody go down, we got people to plug in, we got pieces to plug in. Like we'll always be that high caliber back end, secondary. You know what I mean? Being able to make plays and just having a team to depend on us when the time to make a play comes and that happens. And our deep front, I feel like they the best deep front D line in the nation. I ain't gonna lie, they make our job so easy. Like out there, it be like we ain't gotta do work like half the time. And be honest. So I feel like though, yeah, as a group though, I feel like we honestly one of the best secondaries in the nation. Like truly, I do believe that.
Yeah. Sutton, we talked about you and Blake, but just kind of thoughts overall on depth of that position, because we know you guys got a lot of bodies back there.
Yeah, our running back room is very deep, and I feel like everybody in the running back room, has their own little, wrinkle to their game, like something they're good at. When we watch film after practice, I learn from the other running backs. So, and the competition just keep me going every day because I'm like, this dude chasing me, so I got to be on my P's and Q's. I got to give it all I got every day. I got to focus at practice on what I got to get better at, and just focus on my weaknesses. I feel like the ground game is good. It can always get better. And for the rest of the season, I feel like we keep running the ball. That just make everybody else's job easier. Like for Demir, we running the ball. They go focus on the run, so now open it up for the pass. And I feel good. We got good running backs. We just run back school, so thankful to be the running back here. Thank God for that.
Yep, Demir, what you got?
I just like that. I mean, the running backs, I appreciate them because our running backs, we do got some crazy running backs. So a lot of times they really help us out because, I mean, the start that Sutton and Blake is having, I mean, I'm pretty sure these next few weeks, teams gonna have to figure out what they want to do with us, because if you choose to stop them, you open it up for us. You want to stop us, you're gonna let them run all day. So it's kind of hard. But to talk about the receiver room, honestly, receiver room great. Like, I mean, just like the running backs, everybody got something that they can really do. Like, it's very competitive because, I mean, it's talent all over the room. Like, I feel like we all keep each other going. You know what I'm saying? We don't try to outshine the next. I mean, we really all stick together for real, because it's just like, we got to rely on each other at the end of the day. I mean, if we want to win. And I love them. My brothers. I came in here they took me in. Don't get me wrong. It's a few more heads in there that's new also. So, but they took us in, and it's like we've been here. So we're gonna keep going.
Derek, I know you talked a lot about the D-line already. You got any other thoughts or anything else you want to add on it?
Honestly, this is just one of the best groups I play with. I play with some good groups, but it's just one of the best groups I done played with because ain't nobody selfish in our room. That's how I feel like everybody play for each other and everybody play their role no matter what it is. Like somebody else come off the field, we all communicate with each other like, okay, what you saying? What certain cadences that you hear, little small tendencies you seen and stuff like that, because you never know who's the next man in, and just want to make sure your brother is straight when he go out there just to do his job. That's more importantly than anything. So just all coming together, just having fun, man, and practice. Like I say, bro, we try to bring the energy. And that's another thing I gotta say. Them DBs keep locking stuff up. We gonna get home. We're gonna get to that quarterback. That's all I gotta say. Them DBs keep locking stuff up. We're gonna get to that quarterback. So we got some good things coming to start this season, man. We got some good players, stuff that y'all ain't even seen yet. There's stuff that I see in practice on a daily basis. Be like, damn. From everybody, honestly, like we different. It's all about being consistent. That's it.
All right, we're going to take one more quick break. We'll come back, and on the other side, we'll wrap it up and get out of here.
Did you hear what he said? That we're on the ground. We're not just sitting up in the big box, ringing the bell and expecting people to come in. Those kiosks we're placing out in 28 different locations out in the community.
Yes, sir.
Where people are, where their traffic is already going, so that they can have access. And we talk about equitable access. You know, there was a time, you wouldn't believe this, of course, I'm being facetious, that, you know, only certain people had access to the services that they need.
Yes, sir.
But what we're trying to do at United Way is to democratize this thing. Put it out there with the people, put the kiosks out in the areas where they're already walking, and then give them the opportunity to have equitable access. You tell us what you need, and you input your areas of support and services that we can provide for you, and we'll work with you to get you, here it is, from where you are, right? To where you dream to be.
Y'all know what it is.
Tune in to The Anthony Sain Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Does that throw in that decision made by Seth worry you at all? There's been a lot of talk about people saying he hasn't taken the next step, you know, as a lot of people would assume as a third-year starter. Are you seeing some of that?
You know, I definitely expected
Seth
a little bit
leaving a
more
lot to
from
be
him.
desired out there.
Yeah, and I think that is due to the style of play, right? And I'm not necessarily saying that's all on Ramsey, because I think he catches the heat for it, but I think this is all a philosophy, and Ryan saying like, hey, I want to be a team that runs the ball, that opens the pass. It kind of feels more like they want him to be this era's Brady to me. Just a game manager more than a Riley who's going to go out there and just air it out and win you games.
And make plays, yeah.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And can we give a round of applause? It's a special edition episode of
Stood for the boys.
The Bluff. There it is.
That's the one.
There's some fake applause in there.
Yes. Hey, thank you to the studio audience. Appreciate you.
We've officially made it. It is Gabe Kuhn wedding week. That's where we have to start. Saturday night. That was weak.
Thank you.
That was
All right,
weak.
all right.
Saturday night, it's going down.
Do you have any awes in the crowd?
You want an aw?
I want an aw.
Oh, like that. I thought you were like a
aw.
Like a bad aw. But okay, yes. Anyway.
Kenny's a married man. Why'd he play that sound?
Yeah.
Hey, what's that about?
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org bluff-city.
My check.
All right, guys, we are back. We're going to close it out real quick. Just want to thank everyone that joined us here. If you're watching online, thank you as well. You can subscribe, comment on YouTube. Want to thank these guys, Derek, Demir, Sutton, Greg. I appreciate you guys for joining us, talking a little bit about this season and just about your story and your journey. So appreciate you guys being here. Everybody, you can come out every single week for the rest of the football season, 7 p.m. at Let It Fly in Germantown. That's it for this week. We'll see you back next week.